Speak of faith. All right, welcome to week 13.
I'm Bob McKenzie is my brother Doug. How's it going, eh?
Payout this week is going to go to the most points scored against the Bad Luck Award.
Me.
Which
me.
Is what you're hoping.
That's me. I know. Your dad thinks he's king shit because he's like 3 people away from getting the most points and 3 people away from getting the most points scored against. So he's trying to double dip.
He did beat you in a barn burner last week, 183 to 180. That's probably never going to happen again. That sucks for you.
Fucking sucks.
But that's not what we're here for tonight. Talk about last week. We're here to talk about playoffs.
No, I want to talk about last week still.
All right.
180 to 180. I'm still waiting for a freaking stat correction on Travis Benjamin fumble. Sorry, damn it, the kids are here. Travis Benjamin fumble, minus 2 points for Carl, plus 2 points for the Ravens defense. I win by 0.4. Stat correction tomorrow. I win. I'm positive, dude.
Well, either way, my dad's still in the playoffs. So, 7 teams are locked into the playoffs. There is 1 spot left right now. Andy has his laptop. Show him the laptop, Andy. See if they can see the color coded on this. This is Andy's. And then, so...
That's the laptop of the standings. Here is the schedule.
Everybody has their own color.
Yeah. Carl, you're pink, I'm sure.
So, anyways, as of now,
do you want to talk about making the playoffs or you want to talk about winning the league?
Winning the league's way too convoluted right now. So,
I think it's pretty easy.
No, you explain it, Finn.
Okay, so winning the league. Easiest option is Todd. If you win or Wallace loses, you win the league. Congratulations, you're $100 richer. Is it $100? What's the payout for winning the league? All right. Next easiest would probably be Kyle. If he wins and Josh loses, Kyle's $100 richer.
Yep.
Third easiest would be Mr. Wallace, believe it or not, because all he has to do is win, and Todd, Kyle, and Josh lose.
Todd and I cannot both lose.
So you're eliminated, Wallace. I forgot Kyle and Todd play each other. So fuck you. You can't win. So never mind. Bert,
that was fun, Andy.
You cannot win the league. You were 4 games to go. All you had to do is win 2 freaking games, and you win $100. And you've gone 0-3, and now you're eliminated. So from winning the league. And last is Josh. The way you can win is for a 3-way tie. So you want to win and Todd lose, and Kyle or Wallace or Bert win. Then there's a 3-way tie. You have a 50-point lead in total points. So if there's a 3-way tie, odds are you're getting the nod, Josh, and you're going to be $100 richer.
So, wow, that's actually simple, Andy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that last playoff spot. There's, 4 teams for 1 spot?
There is 4 teams for 1 spot. First, Fantasy Funeral for... Hat off, dude. Take off your tube.
No, it's cold.
You're a pussy. Fantasy Funeral for the Meat Wagon Drivers, the Cayman Siders, and the Donnie Packers. I don't know what your name is this week. But you guys are officially eliminated. Good luck at battling for the toilet bowl payout. What's that? $70?
75, I think.
$75. So you're gonna at least win more than 12 other teams in the league. So good for you. Stupid fucking rule.
Yeah.
So 1 spot left. So if the season ended today, that spot would go to Justin. So if everybody wins next week, Justin's in the playoffs. But what?
Wouldn't that go to points? And if all of them win, they all have the same record.
No,
because Justin beat Leaper.
Because
so Justin won. Goes to points.
Justin won 3. I forgot the stupid change.
Yeah,
Justin's won 3 out of 4.
His tiebreaker scenario is fucked up. It would go based on points. Leaper beat Justin. It would be total points. I think Drew has that.
Yeah, he's got a 38-point lead in total points.
Yeah, so Drew would actually be in the playoffs right now since all of them are at 5 and 7.
Okay, so Justin, what you need to do to make the playoffs is you need to win and leap or lose.
This might be not.
Fuck off! I didn't figure 3 ways. My here. My calculations are just what you need to do to make it to the playoffs.
Fair enough.
I get here and
Does not include our total points tiebreaker scenario.
Boy here is throwing curveballs.
Same playoff scenario and tiebreakers we've had forever.
No, because this is the first year we don't have division
We've always
tiebreakers
gone
and
to points, though.
head-to-head matchups.
So, that's your point on that. But
So, start over. Justin, right now you're in spot number 8.
no, he's not. Drew is.
Justin is.
Drew has more points than Justin. Drew, Leaper, Blake, and Justin all have a 5-7 record, correct?
Yes.
So it goes to total points. Since Justin did not beat all of them, Leaper beat Justin. So it goes to
So
overall.
why is Justin in the playoffs right now when you look in the league?
Because ESPN's always been wrong. We've always had to deal with that issue.
All right. So anyway, Justin, what you need to do is you need to win and Leaper lose, and you're in the playoffs.
And Drew and Blake, because you have the least amount of points besides Leaper. So Justin has a very long shot to make the playoffs.
Okay, Blake, you need to win and Justin lose. And obviously now, curveball, Drew lose or you score 9 more points than Drew.
Yep, there you go. That's the scenario you're talking now. Points.
All right, so Leaper, you need to win. Blake and Drew lose, and you're in the playoffs.
And Justin. Well, he beat Justin head-to-head.
He beat Justin head-to-head, so it doesn't matter. Justin could start Jimmy Graham this week, and Leaper would make the playoffs. And that's it.
Okay, so that was simple. So now we'll go to the...
Go into the what?
We're going to talk about some things for people to ponder while...
Like Christian Ponder, he's going to be signed by somebody.
So the January 30th, the bye week before the Super Bowl party, is going to happen. No one's offered to host yet, so as of now, we'll have it here. But the things we're going to talk about, this one I think just needs to happen, is a $0 transaction. It's not going to affect anybody one way or another. I mean, if you're picking guys up for $0, you're playing with fire anyways, but it helps the guys that do get aggressive to at least maybe pick up a kicker or defense later on in the season. Again, that doesn't... Most people saw a fab. It's just for the... If you spend $0, you're playing... You're fucking yourself, basically. But
at least no one's $0. I don't understand.
Right now we have a $1 minimum bid.
Yeah.
So make a $0 minimum bid.
Oh, I don't like that. Manage your money.
Well,
we're not here to be fucking bankers, Andy. We're here to play fantasy football and make our teams better.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care about a $1,000 budget. If I need a defense in week 13,
right.
and I spend $300.
That's the point. You're not picking up anybody of value for $0. It's to pick up a kicker or defense later on the season.
I disagree.
Okay, well, that's why we'll vote on it. So, the other thing we're going to talk about, again, is the +1, where...
Victory wins are called.
Yeah, right now we're a 14-team league. Top 7 points would get +1 point in the win column, or however you want to put it, where you're getting credit for scoring top 7 points that week. Where, and Andy has it calculated, hasn't really changed too much this year. But his math's been off tonight, so.
It's not been off.
This is something you can't screw up. What would have changed, really, Andy? Drew's?
Only real change is, as of this moment, Carl's in 7th place. With victory wins, he'd be in 3rd. So I'll just go through everybody. Todd, you'd be 19-5. Josh, you'd be 18-6. Kyle, you'd be 16-6.
Yep.
Wallace, you'd be 14-10 in 6th place instead of currently you're in 4th. Bert, you'd be 16-6. Steve, right now you're in 6th place at 12-12.
So he'd be looking bad.
Yeah, for victory points, yeah.
Yep.
He'd just be barely in the playoffs. Carl already talked about you, so 16-8. Justin, you're sitting in the last playoff spot right now, but you'd only be 8-16 in victory points in 10th place.
Yep.
Blake, you'd be 8-16, tied for 10th place with Justin. Drew, you would have been bumped up. You would have been 11-13 in the last playoff spot. Leaper, you would have been in 9th at 9-15. And us bottom feeders would be 8-16 Donnie, 7-17 Andy, and Brad 6-18.
So again, it doesn't really change the standings that much, but it does reward the people that are putting up the most points and not having the luck of the schedule. So the math is there. We'll have the final overall standings of this, just so you can see what it would change at the party. Something to think about, because here's something else to think about. Last week, you saw Andy put up 180 points. I mean, we have 180 points put up. 2 or 3 times a year at the most and lose. Had that been in the playoffs, you can imagine Andy would probably be pretty fucking pissed off if he was, say, the number 1 seed and lost to the 8 seed, 183, 180. Yeah, that's the way it happens. It's luck. It sucks. But that's where the round robin would come in, where all 8 teams are in the playoffs. The top 4 point scorers would then move on.
Victory wins.
Yes, it's a math game. And it's, don't say they are going to let's play that way all year, because, the victory points are going in too. And then round 2, the top 2 would go on into the Super Bowl, then obviously the Super Bowl champion. It's just something to think about. I think we can get more people on board with this, the more people understand it and explain better.
Not by some dude in a toque in his garage.
Yes. So, and also, Todd brought up something to me tonight, and I agree with him, about commitment and being a unique league and getting more dedication. Todd wants to increase the entry fee, and he's not the only one. I'm agree with him too. But Todd brought up an excellent point. The more money people have in this league, the more dedicated they're going to be, the more time they're going to spend, the quicker they're going to respond, the quicker they're going to react to everything. Because right now, I'm not going to name names, but obviously there's people who are not paying as much attention as they possibly should, or respond as fast as they should in a promptly manner. Again, 85% of the people respond within 12 hours to a trade, rejection, accept, counteroffer. Every single one in this league has a smartphone. Every single one of this person sits around and fucks off on their phone at some point in a 24-hour period that you can respond to a fucking trade offer.
Everyone takes a shit every day.
Correct.
Bring your cell phone on the shitter.
Yeah. I know it's fantasy and it's fun, but it's that's why we're going to try to increase the money, because it shouldn't be acceptable to fucking sit there and loiter on a trade offer. It's not hard. Accept, reject, counter. It's 3 buttons. So.
I wish we could put notes on the app on trade.
Yeah, I go through the browser. So those are the things we're going to bring up at the playoff party, and we'll go from there. And
we're bringing a lot of shit up at this mystery playoff party that we know when it is, but we don't know where we're going or what we're doing.
We'll go to my house. We'll play fucking backgammon for all I fucking care. We'll play cards.
There's not going to be any football to watch.
Yeah, we'll play pool.
Poker tournament.
Pool and poker. It's fine. That's what I said in the email.
We'll play strip poker, everyone.
There's plenty of shit.
For Wallace, we'll play strip poker.
And who knows? I might be celebrating an Iowa National Championship by then, so I don't even know where I'll begin life. So.
Got to be like 30 days away later.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'll be drunk.
Yeah. I don't know what'll happen to me. So.
You Iowa folk, congratulations on a good season. Still a little high hopes, but a lot better hopes than us Gophers are sitting at home 4-8.
So.
And you Husker fans at home 4-8.
Anything else you want to say, Andy?
I don't have anything else.
So, all right. Well, good luck to everyone this last week. So, go Iowa.